welcome to One Girl in All the World, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer rewatch podcast where we recap each episode in order and discuss. I'm Ashley, Buffy superfan.
Kimmy, Buffy, newbie.
You can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube, and Instagram with new episodes on Tuesdays. All right, so we are already on episode 4. We're flying through it.
Getting through season 6.
Yeah. And this has come out like in a couple weeks, but Sarah Michelle Gellar has been posting a few little snippets from the set, which is so exciting. She can't give anything away, right?
Obviously.
So
Yeah.
nothing super consequential, but still fun. I'm excited.
Nice. When's it supposed to start airing?
No announcement
Okay.
yet. Definitely probably that next year.
Okay.
Maybe in the spring. I'm hoping the spring.
Okay.
So we'll see. All right. But today we're talking about Flooded. Kind of getting back into like normal kind of Buffy episodes.
Yeah.
More what we're used to than the last 3.
Yeah.
Which were pretty heavy.
Yeah.
All right, so Flooded originally aired October 16th, 2001, written by Jane Epsonson and Doug Petrie, and was directed by Doug Petrie. And the synopsis is, Buffy's readjustment to the land of the living is not going so hot. Her basement is flooded, she's bankrupt, and oh yes, the Fashnik demon is hell-bent on killing her. Also, Giles returns. A trio of slackers plots to take over Sunnydale.
Yeah.
So a lot going on here.
We reintroduced some characters that I was happy never seeing again.
I know. Some familiar faces and a not so familiar face as well.
Mm-hmm.
A new person. Okay. So we start the episode in Buffy's basement.
Mm-hmm.
And we feel like Buffy's like stalking something, like something evil, like a demon or something.
Yeah.
And it turns out to be a leaky pipe.
Yes.
A
Which
leaky pipe.
fixes.
Yeah, she
for,
says, I'm going to fix
a
it.
second.
And Dawn's like, you sure you don't want me to call a plumber? Because I don't know about this. And Buffy's like, I got this. Stand aside, Dawn. Like, I got this. And yeah, she fixes it. It was dripping. It doesn't drip anymore. And then all the pipes explode in the basement.
That would never happen.
I have no idea.
I guess I don't actually have any plumber. Are there any plumber type people watching this? Can you comment and let us know if this is an actual thing that can happen? Because I feel like it can't. Seems very exaggerated.
Yeah. I feel like not like from what was dripping, but I feel like if you like back up the pressure enough, it could do that. But I don't think that would cause that little drip.
I feel like, yeah, exactly. But like her tightening that pipe, I feel like wouldn't like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cascade into all of the pipes. Anyway, what do I know? I'm not a
Anyway.
plumber. You're right. We're not plumbers.
It was cool. It was a cool effect anyway.
It was a cool effect.
And I like how Buffy doesn't even turn around. She just.
She looks very resigned.
Yeah, she's like, can I just stay dead?
One more thing happen, please.
Yeah. I don't need this. So then we go to the credits and we come back and they're in the kitchen. Let's see. Willow, Tara, Dawn, and Buffy are in the kitchen.
And then Dillo.
Tara
and Willow and Dawn are talking about the pipes, and Buffy's just kind of staring at the faucet, like she's turned on the water and she's just staring at it. She's not really paying attention.
She's kind of like
she's out of it.
She's out of it, watching it go. It's being talked about, but she's not there. So Willow turns it off and it's like, "You okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, fine." And then Xander and Tito come up from the basement. So this is one of Xander's like connections through the construction, and he's like gives her. This is basically you need all your pipes like redone.
It's crazy because that would be so expensive.
Yeah. And so he says, "Yeah, like let me know." He gives her the bill, or he gives Willow the bill, and Dawn says, "Oh, that's a funny phone number."
And she's like, "Oh, wait,
that's how much it's gonna cost." And Xander says, "And he gave you a deal. Like I talked him down. Like it's a favor to me, basically." So, yeah, it's
whatever this
a good deal. She needs a full copper repipe, is what he said before she left.
Whatever that means. I don't understand what that means.
Well, yeah, like all the pipes need to be redone, like, and they're made of copper, I guess. So, but he's like, "Okay, yeah, so we'll pay them." And Willow's like, "Yeah,
about that."
This wasn't said, but I will say it, that Tara and Willow have just been living there rent free. Yeah. I
Well, I mean, they had been, but they've been taking care of Dawn.
They have, but
They've been
I don't know.
helping each other.
I feel like for a long time people have been mooching off Buffy,
Hmm.
friends included.
That's a good point. I guess I didn't really think about that just because like they took care of everything while
And
Buffy
it's
was
also
gone.
more
Yeah.
like maybe not from this point forward. I feel like everybody should be contributing if they're going to live there.
I agree with
I
that.
guess is
Yes.
more what I
Okay.
mean to say.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so Buffy has no money. She's
And
broke.
she's kind of concerned, like confused why. She's like, I haven't spent any.
Yeah, I've been dead. It says that her mom left insurance, but basically the hospital bills,
Yeah, that
like
sucks.
it took all of it, the insurance money.
Yeah.
And Buffy doesn't seem very too worried. She's like, yeah, we'll figure it out. Like, she doesn't really have, I don't think, a clear idea of how bad it is
Yeah.
yet. But she has like all like the bills are all like spread out on the table in front of her. And Anya's there and says that, she's trying to do her numbers. Like she's doing her accounts and everything, figuring out like how much Buffy will owe. And she says that one way she could take care of all this is to charge her slaying.
I mean, how do you even do that though?
And yeah, everyone's like, ugh.
Yeah.
She's like, what? And Dawn's like, that's ridiculous. But for a long time, I've been like, Giles gets paid by the council, and Buffy is now
Oh.
back in with the council. So why doesn't the Slayer get paid?
Oh, I didn't think about the council paying her. I just was like, how's she gonna get paid? Interesting.
They
I
pay
didn't think about
Giles.
Giles getting paid. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And I know, like, I understand, like, when her and Giles left the council and then Giles was fired and everything, well, that's one thing. But
But
she's back in with the council
Yeah.
now and has been for since the middle of season 5.
Right.
They should be they should
Interesting.
have always been paying her.
Yeah.
Any Slayer. But no. She doesn't get paid.
These are things I haven't thought about. These are great ideas.
Yeah, so the council definitely needs to get paid. She needs to be paid by the council, but that's never brought up.
And Anya says that if Spider-Man gets paid, then Buffy should get paid, and then her and Dawn squabble about it, which is hilarious. She's like,
Yeah.
Spider-Man doesn't charge.
Yeah, and Xander's like, it's true, he doesn't charge.
No.
And Anya gets mad and
Yes.
stomps out of the house.
Yes.
So he follows her outside, and they fight. And we find out that she's really upset
And
about that. The fact they still,
Again, she's still upset because they still haven't I'm starting to be a little more on her side about this.
yeah,
now.
it's been weeks. I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Yeah. Like, I understand a lot of stuff happened. You didn't want to like bring it up during awkward times, but like
Yeah,
things
up
are
to
headed
this
back to
point.
normal now.
Yeah, up to this point, I think she's just being very like annoying
Yep.
and selfish.
Yeah.
But now it's starting to turn
hmm
where it's like, what's the what's the
And
deal?
also, like, I see why she was being annoying before because she's kind of like, do you want to marry me?
Yeah,
Like,
that's actually, I think, her big
yeah, which is
problem.
why
Like,
she was
is
being
there a
annoying about it
question?
before. She
Yeah.
feels insecure. Yeah.
Yeah. So Xander said he's still getting used to like having a
Being an
paying
adult.
job, being out of his parents. Well, like, I'm like, okay, like, why did you ask then if you were
Yeah.
still getting used to it?
That's
But still getting used to being out of his parents' basement, yada yada yada, and he wants every step to be right for her. And she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And she's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! You keep doing this,
Yeah.
and you keep like tricking me with your lips and your fancy talk.
And you need to grow up.
And you grow up." And she stomps off.
And she's right. You just
Yeah,
need to grow up.
yeah. He's slowly but surely growing up. So at the bank, Buffy,
Or Buffy.
she's like, "I have a problem solver. No problem. Like, absolutely." Like she's doing all this, saying all this stuff that
Fun practice.
And she's
for
like,
the lone
I like when she's
person.
like, "Stupid skirt." And then the guy comes in because she was talking to nobody. She was like practicing.
She was practicing. Yeah.
Guy comes in. She wants a loan. She gives him this like, she's, "I don't know what you need, so I brought everything." And he's like, "Don't need that. Don't need
You got
that.
report cards?
Old report cards. Don't need that." This. And he says, like, "Here's the problem. Your house. Well, there's a couple problems. Your house is like declining in value.
It's the
That's-
only
and that's-
equity you have, and it has no equity.
Yeah, it has no equity, and you have no job.
Yeah.
That's a problem."
And she's like, I wish.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, a demon barges in and like just comes in and like glass everywhere and causes chaos. And she's like, "Yeah, no job. I wish," which is a thing. That is her job. and she should be being paid for it.
Mhm.
So she starts trying to fight the demon, but she tries to kick it into the skirt.
Her stupid
And she's
skirts.
like, stupid skirt. She has fought in so many outfits that are so not, you'd think,
Appropriate or like
conducive
useful. Yeah.
to fighting. And this is the only time that I can remember the whole show where
struggled.
it's actually show you that what she's wearing isn't always conducive to fighting, even though she fights in skirts all the time.
And halter tops and
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it didn't work this time. So she like takes his letter opener and like slices her skirt so she can actually fight. And they're fighting, and we also see like in the moment like the people are stealing
someone's stealing the bank.
Stealing the money.
That's why they broke in, it looks like.
Yeah, it was a distraction so they could get to the money. And then a security guard comes and is trying to like shoot the demon, and she's like, "These things never helpful. Like, get out of the way."
Yeah.
And then the demon runs. The demon runs off, and she's like, "Okay." It gets away. She goes back in there. She's like, "I'm not saying that I'm charging you for saving your life, but let's talk rates." And he's like,
"Which I think is fair."
Yeah, you could do. I just saved your life. You could like do me a favor.
The least you could do is give her a loan.
Yeah, give her the application at least. So at the magic box, like Buffy's like punching. She's angry. She's punching a punching bag. And Willow says, "I can't believe they still denied you." So yeah, she did not get the loan.
No.
And
I mean, I get it. Someone who's worked in a bank, can't give loans out to people like that.
Yeah, she didn't get the loan. I don't know why she thought she could just walk in there and be like, "Here's my report card from 9th grade. Can I have thousands of dollars?"
Yeah.
So she's mad, and Willow's like kind of happy that Buffy's mad because she's kind of been not showing the whole range of human emotions, is what Willow says.
She's been a little
flat emotionally, maybe.
Yeah.
But
then she keeps to try to anger her, and I'm like, Willow annoyed me in this episode.
Yeah. She says, "Oh yeah," like she wants to keep her mad, like get her mad again. And she says, "Oh yeah, I slept with Riley." And she's like, "Yeah, right. I don't believe that." And she's like, I'm only telling you that because it's to cover up my sleazy affair I had with Angel." And she's like,
God,
Stop
it.
You're annoying." So then Willow just stops, thankfully, because it was painful for all of us even to watch that. And then we go out of the training room into like the main shop floor, and Xander and Anya are fighting about the engagement. ... Again.
Yeah.
And she like dares him to tell them, like, this is like so tired. Like, I was like tired of it. Like,
but then he's like, if I did it, then would you just always wonder if I only did it because you dared me? And she's like, ugh.
Yeah. And Tara and Dawn are there. He's like, "Okay, I'll tell him." And then he's like, "I'm going to wait for Willow and Buffy to come in." And like, so he just stops again. It's like, I can't believe they're still having this conversation. So Dawn comes over. She wants to help with research about this demon. And Tara's like, "You're 15, but..." And she's like, I can do it. She's like, "Okay." She gives her a book. She opens it, and she's like, "That's a weird place to have a horn." "Oh, that's not a horn." And closes the book. Like, just proving her right.
Yes.
And then she reopens it when people like, she wants to have another look, but then she actually opens it to like, she's like, "Oh, this is I found it. Like, I found the person." Like, Buffy and Willow come back in. She's like, "I found him. It's a Fashnik." Which is one of my favorite.
It's a weird name.
Favorite demon names in the show. It's so funny. Fashnik. Like, cookies. There's a couple, there's a couple of names that always make me giggle, but Fashnik is one of the good ones too. So they're talking about this Fashnik, and all of a sudden Giles walks in the door with his stuff. And Buffy they like walk towards each other and like embrace, and Buffy crushes him, literally.
He's like, "You're still remarkably strong."
Yeah. Oh, and they just have a beautiful little moment. I love it.
They do. Yes. Yeah.
She's like, "I'm a miracle." Like, she's like, "You're," and she's like, "I'm a miracle." And he's like, but I always thought so.
And I'm like, "Yep, give me all of this."
Oh my God, I loved it.
Here's some emotions for you, Willow.
Yeah, really, for real. Yeah, it's just it's a sweet little
it was a really sweet moment.
So then we just get this really quick, like, shot, basically, where the Fashnik is just like walking through an alley. Yeah. Wandering through an alley. So at the magic box, Giles and Buffy are talking in the back room. And Giles talks about how she's asking him how life was, and he says, "Yeah, he's in Bath, which I really want to go to Bath. I've never been to Bath because it's supposed to be beautiful, and there's like a bunch of the Jane Austen stuff is there. Yeah, I want to go there. But that's where Giles is living. He's met up with some old friends and yada yada yada, and he said leaving was really hard and coming back, and Buffy's like inconvenient, and he's like just bewildering. Kind of like, I'm just like getting my head wrapped around all of this.
Well,
it's
yeah.
weird, yeah. But he's like, but what about you? Like, that's obviously who we should be concerned about. And she said,
it's like, you look tired.
She said she's not sleeping.
Yeah.
She has dreams. When she does sleep, she has the dreams. So she's like trying to, readjust. But it's a little bit awkward between them. A little bit. He like reaches out to her, and then she like kind of gets up. And there's a little bit of awkwardness. And like she's gonna get ready to train and stuff for this, to fight the Mfashnik. And then we find out that it's they're doing research, and that they find out it's a mercenary demon. So it goes basically to the highest bidder to do whatever it wants.
Okay.
So they're like, somebody hired this.
Acts of mayhem and slaughter.
Yeah. And they did know that people were stealing the money too. So they were like, so obviously that person that wanted to steal the money, like, hired this demon.
Yeah.
So that's what they want to find out. And then we go to question mark, which it's Warren's basement.
It looks like I put basement because it looked like a basement. I just didn't know whose basement it was.
Yeah. So it's Warren's basement, because he's like, this is later. He's like, this is my house, so I'm in. Like, it's my mom's house, so what I said goes.
I didn't remember anybody's name but Jonathan. So
okay, so it's Warren. With the Mfashnik that is there, and he's like really mad because he's like, hey, you paid me to like go into this bank. You didn't tell me the Slayer was going to be there. Like, and they're like, hey, we didn't know. So it's Warren, Jonathan, and some new guy.
Okay.
Some new guy. And I don't know when we find out his name, but his name's Andrew. His name's Andrew.
I don't think I even wrote it down because I don't think I'm ever going to see him again.
Okay. But we know Warren and Andrew.
Yes.
And then we find out that go back. Mfashnik is like, hey, like, you guys need to like pay me. And he's like, hey, we have all this money. He's like, no, I want like the Slayer. Yeah. That's what I want, actually. And they're trying to like, they're like, let's give a second. Let's figure it out. And they're find out that Andrew is Tucker's brother. And Tucker,
the demon dog prom guy.
For the prom. So remember, like, he had them all in cages and was like making them watch like prom horror movies and stuff. So this is his brother.
Yeah, this is stupid, by the way.
And he says he wants the Slayer dead. So they're gonna try to figure out how to appease the Mfashnik.
I feel the points for this episode went down during this scene. Just
with the three guys. Yeah. So at Buffy's, Giles is sleeping over because he doesn't have anywhere to live now. So he's sleeping on the couch.
Getting him a couch ready.
Yeah, and then she kind of like alludes to like the money trouble, and she's like, I actually don't know how bad it is. Like, we're still figuring it out how bad it is. And he says she puts too much pressure on herself, and like not to worry about it tonight. So she's like, yeah, I'm just trying not to worry about it right now. And then I wake up at 4 a.m. terrified. And he says, tomorrow we'll go through every bill and we'll figure it out. Yeah. And she's like, I'm happy you're back. And he's like, I'm happy you're back. And it's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then she kind of like gets up. I think this is where he tries to like reach out to her, and then she like gets up. So it's still a little bit awkward between them for some reason. So back in Warren's basement, Warren is like, yeah, sure, we'll just like let him kill Buffy. And Andrew and Jonathan are like, no, we don't want to kill Buffy. We don't want to do that. We need to figure out a different way. Jonathan's like, she's like saved my life a lot.
Yeah, why is he even doing any of this stuff is what I want to know.
Not to mention, he gave her the Class Protector award. He presented it to her. And they're like, yeah, that's like murder. Like, we're not here for that. That's not what we signed up for.
No.
And it's like, remember our like mission statement? And it was like a month ago. It was like them just sitting around playing a game. And they're like, hey, you want to team up and take over Sunnydale? And they're like, okay. That was our mission statement.
Oh my God.
And then it says, we have like important things to do. And they like look at their to-do list and it says, control the weather, which is funny in 2025. um, have a miniaturized Fort Knox, make fake IDs, make a shrink ray, girls, 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 and the gorilla thing. Those are the things we want to do. We don't want to be messing with the Slayer. And he's like, okay, I have an idea. Warren does. So he like takes the Fashnik aside. And he's like, here's Buffy's like address and everything. Like, just go do whatever you want. If you want her dead, go ahead. And then he goes back and he's like, okay, like, what did you do? And he's like, oh, I just, like, I have power. Like, they're like, oh, he has like Jedi powers to like make him leave. They're like real nerds, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so they were all in agreement they were going to kill Buffy, and then Warren like went behind their backs and like gave him.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah. So at Buffy's, okay, so this is in the kitchen, and Willow and Giles are talking about the spell that she did to bring Buffy back.
Oh my God, and Willow is annoying. She's like, it was like Blair Witch would be scared.
Yeah. She's like, oh, snake came out of her mouth. Like, she's like really excited about it. And he's mad about it. He calls her stupid. He's like, you're a stupid girl.
Yeah.
And he says, you crossed lines and dealt with things that never should have been crossed. I trusted you the most out of everyone, like, to respect
the forces of nature.
Yeah, the forces of nature. And Willow defends herself and says, no, what you should saying is congratulations. I was like amazing and I did so great. And he's like really pissed. And that he calls her a rank, arrogant amateur.
Right.
Says you're lucky to be alive. Yeah. We have no idea what happened to Buffy or where she was. And then Willow kind of threatens him.
Yeah, this really made me angry.
Yeah. She says, you're right. I was dealing with like really powerful magics, and I like if I can deal with like these powerful magics, I wouldn't want to piss me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me?
Where did you just come from?
Yeah, what? And he says that there's no way that Buffy's come out of this undamaged.
Yeah.
So this is like the most intense fight I think he's had with one of the Scoobies.
Definitely.
That I can recall. It's definitely Willow, but I don't think anybody else.
Yeah, but Willow's usually so Willow.
Yeah. So they have this like very like intense confrontation in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And back on the back porch, Buffy is just staring out into the backyard, and Spike shows up, and he's like, "God, did you hear all that?" Like, because they both heard the conversation in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So, she says, she's just trying to be okay. And then the more I try to be okay, the more they like think I'm not okay. And they just worry more. And it's like exhausting for her to keep up.
Harder. Yep. And she's just pretending.
Yeah. And she's just pretending to be okay. So they don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
And then Spike says, I could thin the hurt a little. It'll give me a headache, but I sure could take some of them out. And she kind of like smirks and he's like, yeah, like I figured I could make you grin. And they sit down on the porch. And she's like, why are you always around when I'm miserable? And he says, well, it's probably because when you're alone is when I like show up. I'm not really one for crowds these days. She said, me either. And he's like, oh, that's good then. And they just sit there together looking out on under the backyard.
And she's like, what do you know about finances?
So what do you know about finances? And he just like, I love that, like, for a beat, he's still looking out and then he goes, like, what? I loved that, how that was played.
Yeah, it was cute.
So back in the living room, Giles still can't sleep. Dawn comes down to like mix all the different cereals together as an experiment because nobody can sleep.
And he's like, how is it? And she's like, I don't know. Let's go find out.
Yeah. And he says, as you get older, you have like a less of a tolerance for throwing up. You're like, you really want to avoid it if you can. So doing that, I'd probably not a good idea. And then he sees the like doorknob like jiggle.
Yeah.
And they both are like, is that locked? And Dawn says it should be locked. Like, why wouldn't it be locked? It doesn't matter in the end, I guess. But it's like,
what? That door down anyway.
Any time of day or night, that door in Sunnydale should be locked.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Fashnik bursts through the door and kind of knocks Giles away. Of course, poor Giles gets knocked out, and then sees Dawn, and he's like, "You're not the Slayer, but that's okay. Like, I'll start with you." But thankfully, Buffy, like, hears the commotion, runs in right away, starts beating up, starts fighting the
it's like this
Vashnik.
Whole funny scene where she's trying not to break things because she has no money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the table and then a lamp, and she's like, "Oh, like stop! Like I have to replace all this stuff." So it's like she gets him into the kitchen, so hopefully there's less things he can break. But then he breaks the back door, and then Spike's grabbing him, and she's like, "No, let's go get him in the basement." So Spike opens the door. Buffy tackles him down to the basement. She's like, "There's very little down here he can destroy."
Fighting in the water?
Yeah, they're fighting the water because the water it's been like flooding
Yeah.
the whole time.
Oh my god.
Doesn't know how money to fix it. And basically he pulls another pipe down. She's like, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't." Like that was the last straw, the last pipe. And so she picks up the pipe and just beats him to death with it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and she's like, "No, full copper repipe!" Like going and going, and she just beats him to a bloody pulp, basically.
Yeah.
And she probably feels great afterwards.
It's a little dark.
Yeah, yeah. She definitely had a glimpse of anger there. So she just beats him up, kills him, and he's just floating in the water. And then Spike kind of comes out. He's like, "Whoa, did you know this place was flooded?" And she does it again. She just closes her eyes, like,
it's too much.
Too much. Yeah, because it's like up to her knees, the water in there. Like it's a disaster. It's so bad. Oh man, did you know this place was flooded? And he's looking around like, this is bad. Okay, so at Warren's, they kind of like put the layer together. So they have a layer now. They have like their,
I wrote these 3 dumb boys bought stuff.
Mm-hmm. They have like their little chairs and like their little gaming setup.
Fancy
they have
computer setup.
Yeah, they have a periscope, and they're looking around Warren's yard. And they want to they talk about but eventually Buffy is going to come after us because we're, messing with stuff and causing trouble. And they're like, "Oh, maybe we'll just hypnotize her." So they add hypnotize Buffy to be our sex bunny or something.
It's disgusting.
To the list. Yes, it is ew. Yeah, they're talking about it just gets into this whole thing about wormholes and if wormholes,
structure collapsing.
Yeah, all this stuff about the actual talking about wormholes and everything, and then yeah, that's it. Warren's like, "You guys are nerds," and he's got this VR thing on his head. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're gonna keep causing trouble around Sunnydale.
Hot calling the kettle black.
Mm-hmm. So at Buffy's,
Anya's going over the new debt sheet with Buffy.
She's like, "Hey, here's your total." That she's finished all of her figuring out all of her stuff. She's like, "Here's your new spanking debt," and she's like, "Wow." We don't see what it is. She's like, "Wow, that's a lot."
Got to be tens of thousands of dollars though.
Probably even that that's just that she has a lot of debt from whatever.
I'm guessing have they been paying the mortgage?
Yeah. And then she said that they can try to do, they still haven't found out who summoned them Fashnik. And Willow says, "Well, I could try to do a locator spell." And Giles kind of just looks at her. And she's like, "Or not." He's like, so they're icy with each other.
At least she said "or not" though. Yeah.
And Giles says, "Oh, I know I'm back in America because I've been knocked unconscious." Poor Giles. Poor lumpy Giles.
They're trying to fix the furniture, and it's not really...
Yeah, the lamp and the table. And they're just not beyond repair.
While they're trying to fix this furniture, so Willow has enough energy to harness Buffy from the dead, but she can't, make a spell to fix some furniture.
Good point.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah. Or just, conjure some new furniture.
A new furniture? A new coffee table? I feel like that can't cause that much chaos.
Yeah, true. Good point.
But
yeah.
What do I know?
No, that's a good point. And I also thought it was weird, and I'm sure no one thought about this but me, that Xander kind of throws the thing down. He's like, I'm calling it it's he lost it. But that's exactly where Joyce died, or where they called Joyce.
Oh,
the same spot in the house.
Damn, dude, I definitely didn't see it. I thought it was weird because he's a carpenter and he can fix it. He's legit.
Because it's so cheap, I think, is the thing. It was just so cheap that
should just be able to make a new one then.
It's he should, yeah, definitely. It's smashing an IKEA table and being like, "Let me try to put this back together."
I guess.
There's only so much you can do. But I just thought it was weird that he's like, "I'm calling it," and it's I thought that was weird that it happened right where Joyce was pronounced dead.
To do that?
Probably not, but it's something I noticed.
Weird. Okay.
But yeah, so he calls it on the table. And Buffy's like, I don't know if I can do this. And Giles is like, your mom dealt with this all the time and she didn't have any superpowers.
And she
She's
took
like,
it
I
a
don't know how
crisis at a
mom,
time.
yeah, I don't know how mom did this. I trashed this house so many times. Like, how did she
Oh
like keep
yeah.
replacing everything?
Yeah.
And she's like, she dealt with it. Yeah, one crisis at a time, and you will
Yeah.
too. So this is the perfect time for Giles to come and like give Buffy some like support.
Yeah.
Because he's telling her everything that she needs to hear right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how she is going to figure this out though.
Mm-hmm.
Like she needs to get a job, but how she can she get a job when she's a Slayer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Problems. So the phone rings and she's like, huh, who could that be? Everyone I know lives here. And she goes over and we don't hear the phone call. And then she comes back out and says that it was Angel, that he knows that she's alive now and they need to see each other.
Yeah.
And she's got to leave right now. And yeah, so
They're like, "Oh, are you going to go to LA?" And she's like, "No, we're going to meet somewhere in the middle."
yeah. She said there's a place. I don't know what the place is.
Yeah.
Um,
And she's like, "Thanks for taking care of this. Bye."
yeah, she just like gestures at the mess and takes off.
And
And Giles
Giles
is like, he's like, yeah, as soon as we get everything like sorted out, you should go. And she's like, no, I have to go now.
yeah.
Okay.
I
All
was
right.
a little surprised that she just left him in the thick of it like that when he
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
back from England for her.
Yeah. She's not.
I wasn't a huge fan of that.
Yeah. And then that's the end. She runs off to Angel.
I'm guessing there's some sort of crossover episode.
I actually don't think there is.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, because she doesn't go to LA.
Okay.
And he doesn't come to Sunnydale. So I think that's like how they get away with it without like doing the schedules and stuff. It's just off camera meeting, from what I remember. All right, and that's the end of the episode. Kind of I guess people are probably like, ooh, that's a great ending, but I didn't think it was a good ending.
No, I didn't like the
It's kind of
ending.
anticlimactic ending.
Yeah. Also, she just like left them with everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Like she didn't like, I don't know. She like, it feels like this is the first time Angels even occurred to her.
Also, why can't Angel just come to her then and help her with all this shit? Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. Like, it seems
Whatever.
strange. All right, so honestly, I couldn't think of a ton of great lines in this, but one that like really made me laugh was when she said to Giles when he wakes up, she's like, "Poor lumpy Giles." Yeah, when Buffy says to Giles, "Poor lumpy Giles," because he's got like a big bump on his head now from being knocked unconscious yet again. So I thought that
Bump
was
on his
funny.
head?
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one.
And then my favorite scene was when Buffy and Giles reunite. It was so sweet. I just loved it.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah.
That was really sweet. Yeah. I marked a couple different favorite lines actually. Two. But one of them I feel like I didn't write it properly.
Okay.
So it's when Buffy's starting to learn about like her finances and she's like, but I haven't spent any. I think it was I was dead frugal. I don't know. Whatever it was made me laugh. And then I don't think I wrote it properly, but it was something about her being dead and like dead frugal.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I was being all
Yeah,
dead and
okay.
frugal. I think I was being all dead and frugal or something.
Yes. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But my favorite line when you said it actually was, that's a weird place for a horn.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a horn.
I also liked that from now we're
That
thinking of
killed
it.
me. Oh my God, that was so funny.
One what I also liked was when she's saying, you're just getting back on your feet from being flat on my back.
Yes. Yes.
It just actually said that
Those lines are funny. I thought there were a few good lines actually. My favorite scene was actually with Willow and Giles because it was so, yeah, like it was just a lot like the fighting and like
That is
Willow needs to be put in her place. Giles is trying, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it was a very important scene too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really, it was really good. Yeah. So my stake rating was I gave it a 4 out of 5. And maybe I would give it like a 3.8 or something, maybe, honestly. I don't know. I was go for 4 now. I put back to Buffy, like more of like our normal, kind of a normal Buffy episode that we're used to, because we haven't had one in 3 episodes. A little bit more so. I put like new big bad ? Who knows? Is it early? It's very early for a big bad. So with Warren, Jonathan, and Andrew. Because I think it's clear by the end of the episode,
okay.
like they're not, I think they're going to see them again. You don't think so?
Maybe, I guess, because they're still on their little power trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The money problems are a big problem, and that's going to like stay an issue
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
So Buffy's got to figure that out. And I put Giles is back. Yay. Miss Giles.
Yay.
Yes. So very happy to have Giles back.
Okay, I gave it a 3.7. There was something I liked Giles being back, obviously. That was great. I liked how Giles and Willow had that conversation about Willow like not being amazing, how she just like she's messing up with the order of things.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I kind of almost hope that she finds out one day that what she did to Buffy, that she pulled her to heaven and hell. Like I know her heart was in the right place, but like you can't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Dawn becoming less annoying. I like how Anya. I did not like the three guys, Morin, Jonathan, and what's his name?
Andrew.
Andrew. Yeah, not a huge fan of that. They're super annoying. I don't like that. We've already done these guys before. Like I'm over it. So I didn't like bringing them back. The demon was cool. Cool name, and Fashnik. Yeah, you're right. Sure, that was fun.
Fashnik.
And then yeah, I'm just kind of curious to see cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of curious to see what happens, yeah, with Buffy and her finances, how she's going to navigate that, because that's a lot to deal with. And then she just kind of up and leaves to go hang with Angel when Giles came back for her, and they had those nice moments together, and she's just like, bye. Anyway,
yeah, it was all over the place a little bit. I said 3.8, and you said, yeah, I think that 3.8 is probably closer, to be honest, after we've talked through it and everything. Yeah, I didn't mention the Willow and Giles thing, but that is like probably the most important scene of the whole episode, I would say. It's very important. Yeah. So yeah, that is definitely the biggest thing I think to take away from this episode. Okay. Anything else? I loved, of course, Buffy and Spike's little porch sitting. Their little chit chats on the porch. Love it.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. They're fine. They're cute. Whatever. We get it. We'll see what happens this season. It's got to be this season then.
I thought you were for it.
For what?
Buffy and Spike.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because there's no choice.
Oh, this is the only option.
So it's going to happen. So
you're just like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see. You never know. Season 6 is a surprising one.
Yep. I'm resigned to it.
Okay. Okay. Cookies. All right. So in the next episode called Life Cereal, which is interesting because we talked about cereal, actual cereal in this episode, and the next episode has cereal in the title. Different spelling.
A different kind of cereal.
Different kind of cereal. Buffy gets a job doing what?
Yeah. Oh, she gets a job. Okay. Okay, I feel like she's what, like 20-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she dropped out of college, right?
Yes.
So she can get like a full-time date, and then maybe we'll do thing at night. Okay, so what do 20-year-olds do? Like they're waitresses, they're nurses, they're some sort of customer service job. Am I allowed to say customer?
Sure. You could say that.
Like I'll say waitress / reception.
Okay.
All
right. Sounds good. This internet connection is hanging on by a thread. Okay, so that wraps up Season 6, Episode 4, Flooded. Again, you can find us on all major podcast apps and YouTube and Instagram at One Girl in All the World Pod. You can also email us at onegirlpod@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with Season 6, Episode 5, Life Cereal. See you real soon.
Bye.
Bye.